Hey yo, what's up guys, your boy Ed from TV. You already know. Today I'm out here at work and I just received a video from my boy Hector doing a deck profile on his of course Spright Kashtira. It's a DB video. I do want to point out that the audio is a little bad, so don't judge it too hard. The deck profile and the video is really good. I think he has some combos in there, but you guys are definitely gonna enjoy it, so make sure that you guys hit the like button and let's go ahead and get into the video. Shout out to Hector, and I will be putting his Twitch username link maybe down at the description.
Before we continue with today's video, don't forget to go check out my sponsors from Dank Rituals. They have some of the coolest playmats, deck boxes, oversleeves, even dice. They just came out with their brand new travel bag, and it is beautiful. I love it, and you guys will definitely love it yourselves. Make sure you guys click the link down in the description to go check them out.
What's up, guys? It's Hector here, coming off top 16 of YCS 3v3 Vegas. Yeah, this is gonna be a Dueling Book deck profile. Just shout out to my man's Eddie for having me on the channel. A couple more shout outs. Shout out to my team, the D Boys. Zach and AJ for topping with me. This is a really good moment. Shout out to everybody there cheering us on. Anybody who helped me in the whole trip at all. My friend Nate, my friends Dan. You know me with the whole deck. My boys, Chris, Carlos, they helped me play this a lot. Michael, Julian, Kai, they put a lot of input into the deck. And there's a lot of more. I feel like that's everybody. I don't know if I'm forgetting any shout outs, but if I did, I'm sorry. But without further ado, I'm gonna get started on the deck and some of the combos you can do with the deck. And yeah, let's get started. So I was gonna go by the order that Dueling Book has it by. 3 Ash, nothing to say about this card. It's just like the best hand trap right now. Like, actually the only hand trap worth playing, maybe besides this, that you can argue this is worth main decking than the Guru. But yeah, other than that, this one is like I have to main deck. This is Brandon. When Brandon is in the format, you gotta play this card. 3 Fenrir, 1 Arise Heart, 3 Unicorn, 1 Scareclaw, and yeah. Oops, sorry. These were all the only Kashtira monsters I played. It's actually a pretty big lineup. Along with the field spells, it's like you had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 ways to see a Kashtira combo that you needed to see. Yeah, these cards are pretty good. I like them a lot. Being able to make Mind Hacker, being able to make Rice Heart, going to second, being able to break boards through like Zeus, Rice Heart, just punishing your opponent for playing their deck. I really enjoyed that. And then we have this engine right here, the Nimble cards. These cards were what to tie both engines together, and I can show that in the combo portion of the video. But yeah, these cards are really good. I don't have to say anything about Beaver, right? The Beaver's crazy, and this dumping off a Spring, pretty good. Then just double blue, double jet, and then 1/1 for the Sprites. Going forward, I don't know that I've played this ratio again. I might try to go up. I might try to go. Yeah, I don't know. I'm unsure where I stand on these, but this is pretty good for the event. I felt like it was just the right amount. Yeah, but nothing crazy. They do what they do. They're pretty good. And like 6 book cards. I wanted to have, Outs to the Mirror or the Kashtira Mirror, sort of. This was really good with Angler. Well, that was the theory, right? Like you pitch Angler, and also like. It was just better than regular Book of Moon in theory, because it books 2 cards instead of 1, and going second you only be booking multiple. So yeah, maybe yeah, this is pretty good. Foolish, like dumps Angler literally, and it can set up some Kashtira plays depending on how you open. Like you draw this, or if you draw like level 7 and it gets like Imperm, and you can like or stuff like that. Like drawing a late game after you drawing a level 7, after you use Prime, you can do some Bujinki plays, and I'll get more into that card in a bit, because that's the other card that ties both engines together. The Birth, the Theosis, the engine requirements. This is like the ATL of the deck, but you only need 1 in this version because you're trying to play Spright. You're not trying to really draw this with Spright cards. You only play the card because you can search it. But the card itself is not bad at all, obviously. But you only play one in this non-pure version. And obviously the 3 field spells, 1 with the 1 terraforming, 3 starter. 3 starter, obviously you get the Spright cards. You open this, plus this is what makes the deck really cool because it has so many one-card combos that if you open any of them together, it's like, dang, it's really broken. Smashers, this is the best card in its slot. It could have been double cross, but this card just is so good going second. It's so good against like floodgates, you just have to play it. Double talents, this is what made our deck 42 cards. Yeah, this card was pretty good when I drew it. I have no regrets on playing this card. Just feels really good to have this card in your deck whenever you can play it. And then the 1 Big Bang. Big Bang was there to make our unicorn combo really insane. But it is a brick, so I don't know. I don't know if I'll play this again. I think that there are some combos you can do without this card, but just not as strong as like my hacker look at the extra deck and unlock 3 zones type beat. But that's the main deck. It was 42 cards. I definitely think there's improvements that can be made on the deck, and I can get into that a little bit. There's nothing too crazy. Maybe it's like messing with the ratios, getting to 40. There's a lot you could do. I still think the deck has a lot of room for improvement, and it can keep getting better the more it gets tested out. But yeah, that's the main deck. For the extra deck, I'm gonna go over like 2 Zeus. You have to play 2 Zeus this format. They're gonna look at your extra deck. You gotta be able to wipe that board. Downer, it made your Spright cards into a 4 material Zeus, which meant you get to clear the board, and it meant that any follow that you can clear at least one of the follow-ups if they have depending on what they have. Like obviously, like if they have 1 Kashtira monster, the 1 cent Zeus beats that, So that's what we wanted to have the Downer in there for. But for my teammates, it came up a lot. For me, I gotta say it didn't come up a lot. The other one only other card I would have rather in that slot was maybe the For Hire Link. It was pretty good. It could have been pretty good with like the Nimbles and the Sprites and the Kashtiras just to like play through D barrier better. That was my concern. I just didn't think we were playing D barrier well enough. But yeah, double gigantic. Not much to say about this card. It's like really good. Double Rise Hard. You play 2 because obviously you can make the 1 with your combo, but if you go second, you need to be able to punish your opponent for using the Shangri-La effect. Shangri-La is really good in this deck because you do your little Kashtira combo, you lock your opponent's zones. It's not really the main goal of the deck. It's just a thing you can do. The one thing you just want to be able to do is set up a board. Your opponent can't play through it, then you kill on the next turn. It's pretty standard Yu-Gi-Oh. 1 Draco Sack is part of the combo with the one. It's a 1-card combo with Fenrir. I'll show that in a bit. Mosquito, that's how you kill people. Bzz, bzz. Gym Buster, this is to how you make an interruption with the deck. Blue Jet, make this. My hacker for the combo, this card's fairly strong. Banishing cards from your opponent's deck is pretty ridiculous. Like the fact that you get through that through engine is kind of ridiculous. 1 Sprine, pretty not much to say there. 1 Bujinki card, really good. And 1 Barricade Board Blocker. This is there for the combo with Draco Sack, but it's also there because if you draw this card, you can pitch it and then trigger the Angler. And if you trigger this effect to pitch, you have one of these engraved or like this one engraved, you can add it back in the end phase, which I thought was a pretty cool interaction. But yeah, let me show you guys some of the combos with the deck. So, it's just pretty good. Pretty good hand. And see, this is the pattern with the deck. You open hands like that. It's like, well, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, this is 1 Fenrir Spright combo. So what you do is you special this. Go ahead and you add your Arise Heart here. Right? And then what you do is you normal summon it. You don't special it, you normal summon it. And it's very important you normal summon it because the only part of this effect that locks you into XYZs is the special summon effect. So you're gonna go ahead, banish anything, but preferably the brick so you don't draw it later. Because since you're using the Rise Heart now, you're not gonna use it later more than likely. So it's just best to get the brick out of there. This make Draco Sack effect. Summon your tokens. Pretty. Stuff's about to get degenerate when the Draco Sack's being summoned. These 2 make Spine. This, dump Angler, summon Beavers, and then overlay these guys into gigantic effect. You can go blue effect into jet. And you know, here you can go whatever, like it's like if you're like if you wanna like set up a spell and trap destruction, you do that. You're gonna set up a spot like removal, you can get the smashers. It just depends on what you think you're playing against and what you wanna be beating. Like here I wanna beat Book of Eclipse and I just wanna be able to beat a board, so yeah, you set up that with one card. And the combo can get a little different here. So let's say for example, right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these back. Right, so put that back, that back, that back. So this will be on board. This goes to extra. So let's say you had like you had Fenrir and like the worst level 7 in the deck, right? This one, right? So it's still the same combo. You did the Draco sack, right? But let's say you have one more like level 7 monster, right? Like, and it could be this one, and I don't make it any other one, simply because if it was like Unicorn, you would have probably started with a Unicorn because Unicorn is infinitely better. But if you have any other level 7, like even, and this is more specifically for going second, this is how you crack a lot of boards. You can like this, go into this, and this will summon two. Since you can make it with 2 level 2s, they're the same level. And you can summon 2 summons at the same level, so you summon a level 7, and summon from the grave. And you can do the same with the level 2s if you have a level 2 in the hand. And here, you summon the Shangri-La. Or you can summon Mind Hacker, depending on what you want to go for. But I like ending on the Fenrir here. You overlay those two, go gigantic effect, you know. And here, you know, that combo deviated a little bit, but it's fairly... It's just minor things that can add more interruptions to your combo, you know. You get the starter for Carrot. You make your guy, this guy, and then on their standby phase you get to summon Fenrir. So you have a monster interruption, this, that, and it's all through Fenrir and one more card. Now, I want to get to the cool stuff, right? What happens if you open both full combos, and like this is pretty good. I'll show one, right? Let's see. One version of the full combo. Find it. There we go. So we're gonna open this and this, right? So you go basically. So let's say you're going first, right? And this is why I really want to place a deck like this. It made it so you can like bait opponent's hand traps through like an engine and then just blow them out with the other. I know it seems it can be a bit of a crazy idea to try to do, but you know, if it works, it works sometimes. You know, and, you know, you hear that phrase in Yu-Gi-Oh sometimes, but it can be true sometimes. You know, if it works, it works. So you add the rice heart. So you special this, add this, right? Special overlay for your guy. The Shangri-La, and then this goes ahead, banishes for the cost. It'll banish the Big Bang, and then they banish top 3, and then you lock one of their zones. Chest chaining 1, Big Bang chaining 2. You gotta detach the Unicorn to special summon it out. This one, and here's where you get the information on what they're playing. You got the Mind Hacker, and then usually they try to nib you here because they don't want you to look at their extra deck. So you check for nib here, you've checked for imperm already because they would have imperm, Unicorn or the Rice Heart. You check for Ash, they would have Ashtiosis. So if you get to this point, going first, you more than likely check for everything. Unless your opponent has a hunch that you're on this specific deck, they might have held their nib. Otherwise, they would nib you at this point because they wouldn't like you to go through the extra deck half the time. So I'm just going off like, you know, a lot of gameplay that I've played. You know, this isn't just me saying stuff just to say it. I've lived it. So I'm just letting you guys know how, you know, these games go out sometimes. So at this point, you can resolve your Mind Hacker, look at the thing, and you have 1 or 2 choices. You can either keep the board and then normal summon Viewer and proceed to do that combo, or you can still make a Rice Heart since you've locked the zone. Because here you're gonna banish cards, you can lock both 3 zones, right? And on the standby phase, I'll summon the Fenrir and then thread the zones that way. Or you can summon a Rice Heart for a better way maybe to protect the board. Use Shangri-La, so you know, it's like little things little decision trees you can make. But just know that right here at this point, if you make a rice heart, I would not blame you, but there are certain times where that might not be correct. So keep that in mind. So you have a normal summon here, so you're allowed to normal summon this, make Beaver effect, summon that out, and you know what we're going for here. We're locked into XYZs because of Theosis, but that's all we need. Missed it. Detach, some of the guys. And then here, through the Spright engine, we ended up on a Monster Negate and a way to out Book of Eclipse if they had it, because we've already checked for all the hand traps here, like I said, with this part of the engine. So the only thing that we could lose to now is like a one board breaker, which is like Book of Eclipse. And that's what this is here to check, right? So then on the standby phase, send me your Fenrir, and now you put him on break my board, And that's like one version of full combo. Let's see. I'll show the. Let's see. So it's the same card, right? But this time we'll open starter. So this combo doesn't deviate the way you do it with the unicorn. It's pretty simple, nothing crazy. You're doing the same thing with the Kashtira card a lot of the time, unless you're going second or unless you're trying to play around Nibiru. Then you do some things differently, but that's a whole different train of thought that requires a lot of conversation. You do this effect, banish, and then hit him with the chaining 1, chaining 2, summon that, summon that, make the Mind Hacker, and Mind Hacker here does that, and then here, you lock the zones, bash it with the face down, and here I you probably keep this, just go for starter. Take 11, then a blue effect, a jet effect, get smashers, way to protect yourself. This overlays into this. And gigantic effect, you're locked into 2s now, but you don't know, that tends to not matter too much in these scenarios. Set 1 and standby phase, you summon the Fenrir, and then put them on, break the board again. It's a little bit different, you don't get the monster negate, but you still get a good board. Obviously Beaver is fairly strong, but let me see if I can think of another quick combo to show you guys before we end the video. You know what? So let's see what happens if you open just any level 2 and Fenrir, right? So the special Fenrir, activate Fenrir effect, search for your Scareclaw Kashtira here. Actually, no. You want this for later for the grind game, so you probably want to search for your unicorn here. Yes. And here we go for a very simple normal summon. You guys know you guys know the deal. Sprint, effect, dump Angler, then use Angler effect, summon, and then we're gonna do these 2 to the graveyard to make your Bujinki card, and then this will trigger. Go ahead and summon the level 7s, and then immediately overlay them. Probably finish Shangri-La here, and then just go for your Spright combo. And this is just 2 cards, just up 2 cards in hand. This is basically the board I was trying to set up, because like I said, once you get your combo going, the only thing you're really losing to is like a book card. And so unless you have anything non-engine that can beat a book, you have to be setting up something like this, I think. Because the only thing that beats book is non-engine. Non-engine beats the non-engine cards, and then the non-engine beats the engine cards. But yeah, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that deck. Like I said, shout out to Eddie for having me on the channel. Sorry if it's a little too long. I'm not sure how long it is yet, but I feel like I talked a lot. Anyways, that's it. Not gonna really say more of y'all's time. Thank you guys for watching. Hector, signing out.
Thank you for making it to the end of the video. Don't forget that I have a Facebook group called Yu-Gi-Oh! Elites of Each. If you guys want to join us, all you got to do is just click the link down in the description. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to join our Elites of Each family. And I'll see you guys on the next video.